What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about how you can read defenses like a college quarterback. So we're going to break down on this whiteboard how to tell the difference between certain coverages, plays that will work versus those coverages, and really everything you need to know as a QB from a football IQ perspective. So fellas, first thing we're going to be talking about is the difference between cover 2 and cover 4, not necessarily the difference between the two coverages, how you can identify the differences as a quarterback when you're coming up to the line of scrimmage to know where the defense is weak and where to attack with different plays or different play concepts that you guys have. So obviously cover 2 and cover 4, those are both two high safety defenses, right? So I'm going to draw those up right here on this whiteboard. So you got a free safety over here, you got a strong safety over here, you have corners on the outside, and what we're going to say is this is a 4-3 cover 4. So we got 4 down linemen and then 3 linebackers, right? So obviously in a cover 2 defense, they call it cover 2 because the defense is trying to take away 2 deep halves. They're splitting the field into 2 deep halves. So this safety over here is going to take this deep half. This safety's got this deep half. The corners will sit in the flats, and then the outside backers playing hook to curl, middle hook to curl, and then hook to curl over here. So that'd be a cover 2 defense, right? Now a cover 4 defense is a little bit on the different side of things, right? So a cover 4 defense, let me go ahead and erase this really fast. So a cover 4 defense, give me 1 second, you guys. So a cover 4 defense, obviously you're going to have the corners on the outside. Corners on the outside. They're going to be playing a 4th because remember they call it cover 4. The number represents how many deep zones the defense is trying to take away. So he's got a 4th, safety's got a 4th, he has a 4th of the field, he has a 4th, he's playing flats, hook to curl, and then flats over here. So that would be a cover 4 defense. So that's the difference between those conceptually. How do you tell the difference pre-snap? So when you come up to the line, obviously you see 2 high safeties. Now, the safeties is what tells you the difference between these two coverages because the corners will always lie to you. That is the mistake that a lot of young quarterbacks make when I'll ask them, hey, what's the difference between cover 2 and cover 4? And they'll say, oh, well, in cover 2, the corners are pressed, and cover 4, they're off. Corners love to disguise what they're doing. How many times have you seen a corner walk down and then bail last second into his deep 4th? How many times have you seen a corner act like he's in zone, then come down and press? They love to disguise what they're doing, especially if you're playing a talented team. So the safeties tell you the difference between these two coverages. When you walk up to the line, you are looking for depth, width, and stance. Those are the 3 things. The corners will always lie, safeties tell the truth. So if you see the safeties in a back pedal stance, skinny feet, okay, they're probably in skinny feet because they might be dropping to cover their deep halves because they have a lot of ground to cover. Now, if you see a cover 4 safety, he's probably going to be in a squatted stance more like a linebacker because he has help to the outside, which is the corner. Now, if you see safeties that are outside of the hash, might be cover 2 because they're dropping to get to their deep halves. They're wider, especially if we're in the middle of the field. This is assuming that we're in the middle of the field with the ball. And then last but not least, if you see safeties, so then if you see safeties who are like inside the hash, on the hash, okay, that might be cover 4, right? Now, safety's depth matters. If you see safeties like 12 yards back, 2 of them, looks more like cover 2. Safeties walked up in that squatted stance and they're at about 8 yards, looks like more like cover 4 because they have help on the outside with the deeper routes. In cover 2, they don't, so they got to be a little bit deeper so nobody gets behind them. So guys, that's how you could tell the difference between these two. It's more than just knowing what the coverages are, it's understanding how you can identify them pre-snap. Now, fellas, before we get to the rest of this video, if you're a QB or wide receiver watching this and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we're traveling out to 15 different cities across the entire country for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. So guys, if you would like to sign up, go to that very first link in the description below. That's where you can get all the information. Our next 3 camps are going to be in San Francisco, California, Orlando, Florida, and Phoenix, Arizona. Those camps, you guys, we only have about 5 to 6 spots remaining in Orlando and Phoenix and only 2 spots remaining in San Francisco. So guys, if you want to attend, make sure you take advantage of the fact that we have open spots because we will not next week, you guys. Then the rest of the camps are going to be in Columbia, South Carolina, Seattle, Washington, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Nashville, Tennessee, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Colorado. Then we'll be heading out to Columbus, Ohio, Boston, Massachusetts, Salt Lake City, Utah, and finishing it off in Los Angeles, California. So guys, if you want to sign up to attend, very first link in that description below. Our camps sell out about because we limit spots. We limit spots so we can work with each athlete on an individual basis. I don't want to work with like a million athletes and go as fast as we possibly can. That's not how you develop, and that's not how you get better. So we limit spots. So guys, with that being said, they all will sell out here very, very fast because we get a lot of signups every single day. So we hope we can see you there, fellas. Take advantage of the fact we have open spots. Very first link in that description below. So now, fellas, we're going to talk about the difference between cover 1 and cover 3. So these are both one high safety concepts. So similar to the cover 2, cover 4 breakdown that we did, we're going to talk about how you guys can identify the differences pre-snap, because they do look very, very similar. And remember, think about the principles we learned from cover 2 versus cover 4. Safeties always tell the truth, corners will lie, but on this coverage, it's more about the defenders in the box that will tell us the truth and that will lie to us. Okay, so let's draw it up. Let's draw up cover 1 first. I'm going to draw up an offensive formation here in a second. Let me get another Sharpie for you guys. So first things first, we're going to drop an offensive formation. So we got a center here, quarterback. So I got a running back. Let's say it's a double formation. Outside receiver, slot right here, outside receiver right there. Okay, so doubles formation. Say cover 1. So we got free safety over the top, corner. Say the strong safety's rolled down over here over the number 2. Got your Will backer, Mike, Sam, and then 4 down linemen right here. Okay? So in cover 1, remember the number, just like cover 2 versus cover 4, the number determines how many deep zones they're trying to take away. So in cover 1, how many deep zones are they trying to take away? 1, uno, right? So this free safety has got this middle zone. He's like, not necessarily middle zone, he's kind of like a center fielder back there, and he's reading the quarterback's eyes too as well. But what we got over here is we have man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, man, man. Probably bringing pressure, so they're bringing 5, right? Now, if the running back stays in, this guy will also probably bring pressure, depends on the play. So that's cover 1, right? Now, if it was cover 3, a little bit different, right? Cover 3 is a zone coverage. Cover 1 is more of a man coverage concept. So let me erase all this real quick. So now in cover 3, because remember, the corners can lie to us, you guys. Corners might walk down and show press and then bail. So you can't think difference between cover 3 and cover 1 is, oh, in cover 1, the corners are press, cover 3, they're off. Not the case, guys, because they could show press and then bail. They could be off, then come down and play man. You want to pay attention to these two guys, but we'll get to that in a second. So in cover 3, he's got the middle third. They split the field up into thirds. That's why they call it cover 3. So he's got a third. He has a third. Flats, hook to curl, playing the flats. So that's what cover 3 is. How you tell the difference? You look at the strong safety in this case and the will backer in this case. If they have a man coverage stance and man coverage eyes, you can determine that it's cover 1. So what's a man coverage stance? Squared up with their hips and chest facing the receiver, eyes on the receiver. Zone coverage, hips and chest facing the inside, eyes looking at the quarterback, that would be considered maybe zone coverage. So that's what you want to identify, you guys. Can they switch it up? Yes. And that's more of like a pre-game, more so through film study where you can understand that. You got a team that does a lot of one high safeties, you want to look for tendencies. Do they disguise it sometimes? Do the corners give it away? Because maybe if you play a lower level of football, corners will be pressed in cover 1 and then off in cover 3. They're not really disguising it. That's why film study is super important. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't know your opponent, it's hard to execute it in a live game environment, right? So these guys are who you'd want to pay attention to, whether you're studying film or whether you're in a live game. Man coverage stance, maybe this guy's walked down like he's bringing pressure. Okay, it looks a lot like cover 1. Zone coverage stance, maybe the corners are off a little bit, maybe they're not. One high safety. Okay, it looks a little more like cover 3, so you know where to attack. Because if it's cover 1, we like maybe like a quick, like a quick post, a fade, because man coverage, right? Cover 3, we obviously don't like a fade, but what we do like is maybe my slot receiver running an out route because we're attacking the sideline in cover 3, or maybe we like double seams. Maybe we have 4 verts. If I have 4 verts and it's cover 1, I probably want to work the outside. If I have 4 verts and it's cover 3, I want to pick one of these slots, drop back, look off the safety, come back the opposite way. So that's generally how you guys can tell the difference between 1 and 3, just like the difference that we discussed with 2 and 4.